Thank you for watching the 2023 one-act version of Flame and Filament, written by Obie Outlaw and produced in part with the Atlanta Fringe Festival. You can follow the QR code below, also linked in the description of this video, to learn more about this show and the artists who brought it to life. This story would not have been possible without such an incredible team of creatives, so we highly suggest that you check out what they're up to next. If you'd like to support the full version of Flame and Filament, please consider donating. Suggested donations are $15 or the original ticket price of this production. You can donate by using the Cash App and Venmo links you see on the screen, which are also in the description. Every little bit counts when you're supporting new art. And now, we hope you enjoy Flame and Filament.
Welcome to the 11th Annual Atlanta Fringe Festival, dedicated to connecting adventurous artists like the ones you're about to see with appreciative audiences like you. This program is supported in part by the City of Atlanta Mayor's Office of Cultural Affairs. The festival is also supported in part by Georgia Council for the Arts through the appropriations of the Georgia General Assembly. Georgia Council for the Arts also receives support from its partner agency, the National Endowment for the Arts. Funding is also provided by Fulton County Board of Commissioners. And we couldn't do this without the support of Bob and Harriet's Home Bar, Highland Bakery, and grassroots donations from lots of Fringe fans. A very special thank you to each and every one of you. Now, there are more than 30 shows in the lineup this year, so check out the program, grab a multi-show pass, see more shows for less dough. We also have 22 Fringe audio podcast shows available on our website to stream right now for free. If you love what you see and hear, support the artists by tipping them directly and voting for their show in the Audience Choice Awards. Just visit atlantafringe.org/vote to cast your ballots by Sunday at 5 p.m. Lastly, please join us at the official Fringe After Party. Check your programs for tonight's after party location and come eat, drink, and make new lifelong friends with the artists and staff. But for now, silence your cell phones, refrain from taking any video or photos, and enjoy the show.
So, Enid. Miss Enid. My darling Enid. Enid, my friend, I have written you a poem to tell you all my deepest feelings. Most of them happen to be romantic in nature. When you read it, I hope you don't laugh. Well, that is to say, you can laugh if you feel like laughing. I'm not trying to tell you what to do or how to do it, but I am... Enid,
Yes? Hello, Charles. Did you call my name?
I did. In exasperation, did you move the coat stand to the middle of the room?
No, why would I do that?
Well,
Why would anyone move it at all?
someone most certainly did, and I thought it might have been you.
Well, I most certainly did not. Were you able to read the Wordsworth I shared with you last week?
Not all, but some.
Do you have a favorite poem? You may not since you haven't finished reading it yet, but I'd like to know if you do.
I wander, lonely as a cloud, that floats on high o'er vales and hills. When all at once I saw a crowd,
a host of golden daffodils,
besides the lake,
beneath the trees,
fluttering and dancing in the breeze. So is it your favorite too then?
It was when I first started reading the collection, but it wasn't by the time I had finished.
Why is that?
Oh, I love this one because it's bright and comforting. Wordsworth starts off lonely, but ends joyful, with a heart full of pleasure. Oh, it makes me want to walk and take in nature, but in a later poem, you'll find that...
Can somebody shine some lights?
Oh. There you are, Ollie.
All taken care of.
I turned on the light bulb.
I lit the kerosene lamp.
Charles, Enid, look at this! Stories have it that by the turn of the century, or 1 week from now, electricity will be used to light even the most common of homes! Can you believe it? A breakthrough in human technology using glass globe and a copper wire!
Progressive London officials believe the electrical switch could be an answer to many trying to pray the smog away, while business owners in New York are already seeing it as an opportunity to revolutionize the workforce. Everywhere is sensationalized by the incandescent light bulb.
But coal and kerosene industry leaders worry what this will mean for the economy, locally and abroad, as both are a staple for our country, her colonies, and beyond. As of this writing, kerosene still the standard in most homes.
My friends, we're at the dawn of a new century, the beginning of a new era.
I wonder what else will change. Oh, it could be wonderful.
Or not! It could be terrible. Why change a system that works?
Why not improve it if we can?
I don't trust electricity. You can't see it.
Yes, you can. When the light bulb turns on, you can see the electricity.
But where does it go when you turn the light bulb off?
Where does the fire go when you turn off the kerosene lamp?
Into the air! It becomes smoke and dissipates into the air.
It doesn't make it better than electricity just because you can see it better.
Yes, it does, because you can control it better.
Are you controlling it right now?
Yes, of course.
How?
You weren't even near it.
Because I'm keeping the fire under control by putting it in the lamp.
I think the wick is keeping the fire under control.
And holding the wick!
Not a who, a what? A match lit the fire.
I lit the fire, and I am the one keeping it under control.
You aren't even touching the lamp, Charles.
Listen, man has been taming fire since the dawn of time. It's how we survive, and it is vital that man maintains control or he will be consumed by the flames. He gets personal, the living flame, and must be constantly aware of it. Otherwise, the fire could burn to the ground everything he holds dear. He must remain vigilant, aware. It is a never-ending dance between man and nature, between life and death, between the very core of a man's essence and the element of fire itself. Fire brings man warmth, food, and oh yes, good light to read by. But it also brings pain, destruction, terror. Man and fire have a primordial relationship. Deep within our bones, we know it must be understood. It must be respected to be tamed. So few now truly understand the essence of manhood it requires to tame fire. See, you don't understand.
Oh, Charles, of course I understand you, my friend. But we aren't living in caves anymore. Times have already changed, and your fire seems quite tame alone in its lamp.
It still could set the place ablaze.
Yes, just as easily as I could.
Oh, you are no fire, though you spit like one.
I could just as easily light a little match and drop it onto the floor as you could knock over that lamp. The result would probably be the same. Ollie would stamp it out while you and I went to fetch the water.
Fine, but you can see my fire, dear Enid, with your own two eyes. Feel it with your own two hands. It's real.
Electricity is real too. Haven't you ever seen a real bolt of lightning strike across a stormy sky?
Well, there's no bolt of lightning in that small, fragile little glass thing.
Instead, there are hundreds of little lightning bolts. They run up and down the copper wires and through a bit of filament into a glass globe to bring us light. This fragile little glass thing has millions of lightning bolts pulsing through it at every moment. It's full of lightning that we can't see because it's in the copper wires that run through the cord, out the wall, and into the world where billions of copper wires crisscross into a web of captured lightning bolts. The reason you don't see its power directly is because we've contained it, directed it wherever we want it to go. By our own making and design, we have become gods of lightning in our own homes, at our convenience. Thor sits jealous upon his throne. We no longer need his magic, for we create our own.
So, we're challenging Thor now, are we?
As a matter of fact, yes. Yes, we are, and Charles is too much of a coward to join into the challenge.
Unlike you, I have no quarrel with the Norse gods, and I do not feel like wasting my breath on one.
No quarrel and no spine.
Excuse me!
You
How
have
dare you call me a coward?
Enough! You two are fighting like children right now. As if we weren't all made of the same star stuff and you did not have the sense to see it so. We didn't meet tonight to read the paper, yet here you two are, letting it dominate our time and conversation.
You brought the paper with you and read it first, Ollie.
Yes, this is your fault.
My fault.
If you had not insisted in reading the daily paper in the evening instead of in the morning when the rest of us decent folk do, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Quite right.
Well, at least you two are agreeable again.
Oh,
But
we do not agree.
Fear not, friends, for I have a solution.
A pity your flame flickers so. Must make it dreadful for your eyesight to read by.
A pity your light bulb won't last more than a few hours. It must be dreadful to change it so frequently.
A pity, too, you find yourself too stubborn to evolve with the rest of our species.
A pity too, dear Enid, that you've gotten so swept up by the latest craze that you haven't bothered to stop and think about it critically.
I pity you, Charles. You will never be able to let go of the past.
I pity you, Miss Enid. You'll never stop running from yours.
I'll leave you two alone for one moment and you're back to bickering. You should kiss and be done with it.
What?
Ollie!
Look what I brought, ta-da!
A broken chandelier! How charming!
We already have one of those, Ollie. A perfectly good kerosene one.
True, yes, we do. But as soon as I heard about this type of chandelier, I rushed out to buy one, which was why I was not able to read the paper this morning like a decent person.
What kind of chandelier is it? Are those smaller light bulbs?
Yes! This is a half electric, half kerosene chandelier.
Oh, what an abomination.
How can it work like that?
Science! You see, half of the chandelier's light sources are light bulbs, which have wires running through them, and the other half are kerosene, which have wicks running through them. The advert I saw called it the perfect compromise for the modern home or place of profession, stuck in the middle of transitioning between flame and filament. It gives you the light you need, how you need it. Charles, I predict the world will be running electricity one day, perhaps even in ways we can't yet fathom. And Enid, we are no gods of thunder and lightning. Did you learn nothing from our reading of Frankenstein? You two are so stuck in your own extremes that you can't appreciate the beautiful mill that we find ourselves in. Or see the reality of our transition. We are at the dawn of a new century. We have evolved. Who knows what we could do next? What we could change next? How we can make the earth a better place next? So, of course, our clubhouse had to have one of these in the middle chandeliers.
So, should we put it up then and get rid of the old one?
Do we have a ladder?
I think we should leave that to the professionals. I've arranged to have one here next week. But until then, why don't we get on with our club meeting?
Yes.
Absolutely,
Wonderful
we should.
idea.
Who wants to share first?
Oh, I do. I've been eager to share this poem since I finished it yesterday.
Actually, are we sure? We're missing over half the club.
I know Winifred, Bertha, and Xavier cannot be here tonight. They all said so last week. Win and Bee are at a wedding, and Xavier is attending a funeral.
Well, Maxwell said he would be here for sure this week with a new recruit, but by this hour, they probably recruit them for another evening time activity.
Perhaps we stop inviting Maxwell. I think he's only made one meeting.
Some club we are.
We can still proceed with the three of us. Enid, go ahead and share what you've written this week.
Very well. This poem is a part of my ongoing series about woe. A word unkind. A word unkind cannot be a word unmeaned. Meaning without meaning behind its meaning. Whether it be for worry or ill, a word unkind, when spoken aloud, carries meaning beyond its unkind meaning. Meaning...
How many times do you use the word meaning in this poem?
Meaning either only its unkindness, or indeed a deeper meanness.
She uses it 10 times.
You told me to try using more repetition.
And you did.
Meaning you mean it too much.
It was my first try, all right? I usually write in imagery.
And it was a great first try. But I do think there were a few too many meanings in there to make your main meaning clear.
I understand you, Ollie.
I'll go next. This is something short I wrote after taking a walk Tuesday evening. A new world begins tomorrow. Dawn brings with it a new age. With brilliant lights all aglow, a new act on the world's stage.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. I did mean it when I said it was short.
I feel it may be too short.
Too short.
It feels as if you've got more to say, you just haven't said it yet.
Or like you started writing a longer poem and this is just the first stanza.
Oh.
It's still a fine poem.
Oh, perfectly swell.
No. I think you're both right. I think there is more to it, but I can't think of what right now. I'll have to go for another walk down by the river and see if it comes to me. Charles, your turn?
No, I don't think I have anything good to share this week with the club.
What? Sure you do.
Do you at least have something not bad to share?
What about that poem you were working on earlier this week, the one you asked for my help on?
It's not ready yet.
You said you'd have a final draft and you'd be bringing it tonight.
Okay, I'm sure I have something I could share. Aha! Here we are. Whew. Okay. Though frail and frightful they may be, I still desire to woo myself a lady. And although they sometimes be thick of waist, I still desire one that has a pleasant face.
I asked for something not bad.
What's bad about that?
That sounds like something ancient of yours. How old are those couplets?
I don't know. What's bad about it? I thought it was pretty plain and simple.
It's certainly simple.
And plainly boobish.
Rubbish!
Yes, you sound like a fool.
A fool?
Don't be ridiculous. I know that's an old poem. Where's the new one we worked on about a voice of silver with hair finer than silk and breast?
Okay. My turn is over now. Thank you.
All right. What shall we do next?
Next.
Sure. We still have an hour or so of club left to go since we were the only ones to show and share tonight.
Oh, perhaps a writing circle? I'd love a chance to make my meaning more clear.
I don't think I could focus on writing right now.
What if we tried something different?
Winds up in an argument again? You'd get tired of playing peacekeeper, Ollie.
I mean, we could do something other than poetry.
During poetry club?
Yes. What if we went out instead of staying in?
Ooh, and out where?
Perhaps to the theater?
Or to a bar.
Oh, maybe a restaurant.
Let's vote on it.
Like it's official club business?
Aye!
As the highest ranking club member here, I hereby call the Poets and Posies Club of Friendship to order. We have tonight, this Friday, December 22nd, year of our Lord, 1899, a vote on what to do next. Seeing as our fellow club members, Winifred, Bertha, Xavier, and Maxwell cannot be here tonight, we three, Ollie, Enid, and Charles, shall decide on a new course of action together. Now, we shall vote by raising our hands to indicate what we vote for. Those who are in favor of this vote, please say aye.
Aye!
Whereby all three are in favor, let it begin. Those who vote to go to the theater, please raise your hand. Those who vote to go to a restaurant, please raise your hand. And those who vote to go to a bar, raise your hand. Ugh! Let the record reflect that no consensus was reached because every club member voted for themselves.
I'm hungry and I don't want a greasy grab of whatever the pub is serving. starving right now.
Well, I am hungry too, and I won't be sitting through a 3-hour Italian opera tonight.
Fine. New rule. In an effort to reach at least a 2/3 agreement, club members present are not allowed to vote for their own proposals. Now, club members who vote to go to the theater, please raise your hand. And club members who vote to go to a restaurant, raise your hand. Let the record reflect that a 2/3 consensus has been reached and we shall be going to a restaurant. Meeting adjourned.
Yes, I know the perfect place. Just let me use the washroom first.
Ollie, what did you mean earlier?
Earlier when, friend?
You two should kiss and be done with this nonsense. Are you out of your mind?
Who asked for my help?
I didn't ask you to say the quiet part out loud.
Charles, you literally picked a fight with her. How else was I supposed to diffuse the tension?
Cracking a joke. By cracking a joke, Ollie, you should have said something funny that made me look good at the same time. That's how.
Look, I'm doing my best here, and I think you could be doing a whole lot better. You barely said anything kind to her tonight, so how is she supposed to know that you have good intentions towards her? Why didn't you read the poem you wrote her earlier?
It's not a poem for the club. It's a poem just for her.
Then be kind to her. Speak from your heart and try to stay in the moment instead of getting up into your own head. If she feels the same way, she'll tell you.
Make it sound easier than it actually is.
It's okay for you to be afraid.
What if she rejects me?
What if she doesn't? Can you at least bring the sonnet with you?
I did.
Let me see it. I want to be sure it's real. Mistletoe.
Too forward?
Not if she finds it romantic. Maybe give it to her at dinner. It looks beautiful.
Please, tell me she'll say yes.
I do not know. I am not her. But I have known you two for a long time, and I see the way you look at each other. Which is why I think you should be nice to her when you give her that. Drop the sarcasm in the caveman act.
Caveman, she's the one refusing to listen to me.
Is she not listening to you, or is she not agreeing with you?
Well, it would be nice if she agreed from time to time, so I would know she was listening.
You are overthinking this. She has been agreeing with you.
Just wish I knew with certainty that she'll say yes.
Shall we go?
Yes, please. Oh, by the way, I noticed it started raining. I could see it from the washroom window.
It's raining.
Just a little bit. I wonder if it'll be a short shower or a storm.
Well, with our luck, it'll probably be a hurricane.
Oh, hush. It's not too bad yet.
I could go call for a driver and get us a public carriage today.
Excellent idea. Enid, where are we going?
Well, I thought maybe the Cafe de Cabo.
When we had our first club meeting. I love it.
Yes, excellent.
Ollie, what do you think of this hat?
I think it's a beautiful color on you.
I do too.
Wearing your best out tonight for a reason.
Not after that explosive argument earlier.
I didn't think it was that bad.
He hates me. For some reason, I thought something special might happen tonight and got excited, but he hates me.
He does not hate you.
How can you be sure?
Do you hate Charles?
No.
Even after that argument?
No, I don't.
So it's probably a safe bet that he doesn't hate you either.
Well, he sure acts like he does.
You two have been friends for years. Do you really believe he would just start hating you out of the blue after one disagreement?
He could. What if he's changed his mind about me and doesn't want to be friends anymore?
I know you're nervous, but it's okay for you to relax. We're all friends here, and we're all too stubborn to let that friendship be ruined by one disagreement.
Well, but what if he's left us already?
What if he hasn't?
What did you mean earlier by you two should kiss and be done with it? I had never heard you be so forward before.
Just that I could tell that you two were tense, so I was trying to lighten the tension.
But what if you scared him?
Enid, you will have to share your feelings with him sometime if you are ever to act on them.
Really? Do I have to?
Yes. You will have to.
I'm not sure that I can do that.
I believe in you.
But what if he laughs in my face?
What if he doesn't? Try to have a little bit more faith in him. Like you said, you had a good feeling about tonight.
It's hard to have faith with no proof.
Indeed, it is. But like I said, I believe in you.
I got us one, but it's pouring rain now. I'll get an umbrella.
All right, then let's go.
Enid,
Charles!
I can't find the umbrella.
Oh. I forgot my purse.
I saw it in the washroom. I picked it up for you.
Thank you. Ollie went ahead.
What?
Ollie went ahead to be sure that we had a table at the cafe.
Ollie went ahead.
We thought we could call another carriage and go together.
We're going together.
If that's all right with you. I mean, we thought it might be.
No, perfectly all right with me. The light bulb, it's pretty convenient.
See how quickly you threw it on when she needed it?
Yes, very convenient.
I turned off the kerosene lamp earlier and nature's fire didn't burn us down. So.
Enid, please let me love you.
What?
I said, please let me love you. I know I'm stubborn, single-minded, and a writer, but I love you with everything that I am.
Charles, I would love nothing more.
I wrote you a poem.
You did?
Yes, you don't have to read it now, but
Charles, I may be skittish, high-strung, and a writer. But I love you with everything that I am. Oh, we probably shouldn't leave Ollie waiting too long.
yes, you're right, probably not. Ready?
Yes.
Flame Filament. Normally this is the part of the show where we invite other Fringe artists to come and promote, but this is the last time slot of the Fringe Festival. So thank you again so much for coming out. If you liked what you saw, please vote for us. You can vote for us on the Fringe website. We're going to have a short meet and greet. Did I forget anything else? Okay, great. Thank you guys again. Thank you so much. So much.
See you soon.